Good morning and welcome to episode 1723 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, Wes is back. Wes is kicking us off. What you got, Wes?
Back for today.
1 day only.
Well, I'll be back Thursday too. Sister's in town.
Hot item. Well, yeah, okay. 2 days only.
Whatever. I don't have to explain myself.
Whatever.
I don't have to explain myself to you people.
Oh, no. I mean, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
No, life happens.
Yeah, it certainly does. I got we're gonna go over to China. I just ruined my opening kind of line, but
China.
We're gonna go to
Yeah,
China.
feeling a little guilty about not being on the show, huh?
We're gonna go to China.
It got in his head.
He got in his own head. Self. That's a forced error.
I do.
Forced error.
The guilt is real. The guilt is real around here.
Mr. 2 days a week over here. Jeez. Showing up.
I can
You think
feel
you
it.
nail your lines 2 days a week?
I can feel it from 1,000 miles away.
What?
No. A hilarious concept that will probably that would only catch on in a country where honor is important.
Yeah. Asia. I
Yeah.
saw this headline. I know what you mean.
Yeah, we'll put in the notes, and it's fantastic. So you're gonna stick around, but it's insane, quite frankly, what they're doing over there.
Is it crazier than the one-child policy?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
A little bit.
Right.
I think
Like
so.
in a way.
I mean, that was pretty intense, and that was recent, right? Like,
well, yeah, that's. I mean, maybe not as intense, but you said crazier. That's.
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
bonkers.
we got it. Yeah. This is
it's a girl.
absolutely bonkers.
Right in the river.
That's bonkers too, but just in a different. You'll see. And then I've got from China. We're going over to Europe in the middle of the show because Europe is under fire, guys. It's getting crazy over there.
Nice. Well, it's a world tour. We'll come back to the US. I got to update. We're going to talk a little more steroid games. I have some more information about my story yesterday. We're also going to update the lunatic that attacked people in Colorado because he was shirtless, and it's hilarious.
These are two great updates. I mean, just the greatest updates you ever heard.
They are good updates, and if we have time, we'll talk about King of the Hill, which is coming back, but maybe without one cast member if they renew for a second new season.
Oh, right. That's that one.
Yeah.
Not as great. And also, I mean, like the firebombing, not great, but the aspect we're going to discuss today, I mean, it's as good as it gets for something like that.
We can relate to being shirtless with Molotov cocktails, I think.
I've never thrown a Molotov cocktail.
Neither
I have once, and I was shirtless in a fire pit.
Well, of course.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
if you have the shirt, if you have the shirt on, you're probably going to catch it on fire because you're hammered, because you're blackout drunk.
Actually, I'm lying. My friend threw it. I was too much of a coward. I watched my friend next to me while we were both shirtless. I was standing pretty close to someone that when we threw it into a
but I was right
wait,
there.
wait.
I mean, I saw the guy.
A Molotov cocktail. You can't really. Did he? I'm confused.
We used.
So if you throw it if you fill a beer bottle with gasoline and then put like a rag in there and light it on fire,
Yeah.
and if you throw it into the fire, it's just going to explode the fire. Basically,
I think we also used like
fire.
vodka instead of gasoline and a beer bottle and a rag and threw it into a lid.
You had the rag. That's what I'm saying. I thought you threw some liquor into a fire.
No.
Okay.
It was like a bottle with like vodka and then like a long rag, and then there was already a fire.
Right, there was already
into the fire.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, not at people, but
right. You didn't start a fire with the Molotov.
No.
Do you make it with Everclear or with gas? I'm going to look that up.
In college.
Well, actually, I'm not going to Google that.
You can make it with liquor for sure. That's what I think most people use. I mean, gasoline probably. You're right.
I think
is the best one.
Molotov, I would assume vodka.
Works. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everclear, maybe it has to be.
Let us know in the comments how you make your Molotovs.
It went.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. No, that's fire. Go boom.
They'll do it. Okay. Cool. Well, let's get going. Gonna go over. I could read the line I ruined already, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Guys, let's go over to the country that gave us many things that we love over here. Alcohol, speaking of Molotov cocktails, gunpowder. We love those two things, and most importantly, working from home. China.
China gave us working from home. Oh, COVID. Da-da-ching. Got it. It took me a second.
Right over our heads, like everything for Chinese people.
Is it a gong in China? Da-da, bong.
Bong. Gong. Yeah.
They gave us a nice vacation from our families, you know? Bong. Anyway, speaking of working, if you've ever lost your job, you know it can be a tough thing to deal with, especially, you know, socially at our age. You know, society, even here in America, can look down at a person, especially a man who's out of work and not providing for his family, right?
It's low feeling, and you know everybody's judging you whenever you have these conversations about it.
You can hear the whispers. Did you hear Jim lost his job and hasn't worked for months? I heard Nancy's sleeping with the dean to pay for the kids' tuition at their private school. You know,
jeez,
you know,
Everyone's asking you if you're okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. You need some money, you need a handout.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You guys doing all right?
Stuff like that. It can be an embarrassment, or as they say in Asia, it can bring great shame to a family.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Great shame to family.
I got that on a fortune cookie once. No more shame to family.
Stop what you are doing.
Shame. So much shame.
Stop living like you are. You bring great shame. As in the article in El País by Inma Bonet explains, looking for a job has become a headache for more and more Chinese who don't want to provide explanations or expose themselves to uncomfortable questions from those around them, their friends, their family. But in China's largest cities, spaces offer a solution, and they have begun to spring up all over. And that is companies that allow you to go to a pretend job and pretend to work. Yeah.
So, but you have to pay them, right? Or is there?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it. It gets even
so
crazier.
You get even more in debt.
That's right.
But it's worth it to hide the shame.
It gets
is it
even
worth
nuttier.
it? I don't know.
Well, I think that you're going to have to explain twice. One is, why did you lie to me about the job, to your wife or whoever? And then two is, why did you pay money that we didn't have to lie to me? You know, that's stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a daily fee.
It's a lot of explaining.
What you do is
you got to get through one before you get to the second hurdle.
Yeah.
Also, it costs a bit.
And but
by the way, we're broke. On top of it, I mean, we already were, but now we're credit card broke.
Wait, you've been paying to go to a fake job?
But I opened up 3 new cards, actually.
You see, this is why I did. I knew you were going to overreact. You see?
Yeah. That's right.
I gotta go somewhere, like in the middle of the argument.
I gotta get to my job.
I gotta get to work.
Oh, that was speaking of China. There was that great video recently of the Chinese dude who just sprinted out his window when he was arguing with his wife.
Oh yeah, that was
incredible.
Yeah,
he just runs out the window.
Yeah.
So as you can see, these fake jobs, they're just like, if you've ever been in like a, you know, American city, they have these like workspaces you can rent out, like it's like an office space, but you go there to do your actual job. So you have like a quiet place to work. These are they look the exact same, but you just go there and do nothing. You pretend to have a job, and you
sit in a cubicle.
Yeah, you sit in like a space. So from
the
article,
tiers to this? Could you hire could you hire like a fake secretary?
There are tiers. It can get if you want to get nuts. If you want to get nuts, let's get nuts is their motto.
Yeah,
you mean the CEO?
Yeah, you can be like the boss. You have a secretary.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a fun thing to do for a day. You know, like as a you know, like an acting thing, a role play thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you've got like a hot date, you go and like here. I'll explain what you can do. So these normally it's $4 to $7 a day American, and they offer you a desk, Wi-Fi, coffee, lunch, and an atmosphere that looks like you have a job. Which I guess
it's like going to a work hotel.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. Exactly. So it fuels your self-delusion, I guess, and also in case a partner or a friend wants to stop by and see your office, and you're like, "Yep, here's my office. Look at all these people."
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Now, what's their policy? Speaking of alcohol, because has everyone just bombed off their asses, depressed at this place? Like,
probably. Yeah.
You'd think they're drinking at the desk. You would have to think.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
So. According to
that's what jobless people in America do. We just do it on the couch or in the streets, whichever one you got access to.
Yeah. It's funny. My mom tells this story about my dad. Kind of not the same thing, but similar. So he when he started his sales job, it was like, a very good time to be a salesman where he didn't have to go find work. They was just coming to him, but he would pretend to leave the house every morning just so my mom thought he was doing something. And then as soon as she left for work, he would come back,
drive right around
and just chill. Yeah.
Drive around.
She caught him one day.
Home.
Yeah. He was just chilling, making money from home. She caught him one day. Kind of the same thing. Wow. Anyway, according to
sales.
Right? According to the Beijing Youth Daily, although there are no contracts or bosses, some firms will simulate those for you. Fictitious tasks are assigned and supervisory rounds are organized.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You can be like, I want to pay you to judge my fake data entry, or like
give me something to do. So I can feel
a sexual harassment test again.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still doing bullshit tasks, but you're paying to do them. And for a larger fee, you can really ramp up the insanity. You can pretend, like you guys suggested, you can pretend to be a manager with his own office, or you can even stage episodes of rebellion against a superior. The lies can go as deep as you want them to.
It's a whole role play thing.
Yeah. Now I don't know
if you on fake business trips.
Maybe, they could for a fee. You can whatever. You can go as broke as you want with this fake job.
You gotta get copier paper and shit.
I gotta leave town for a couple days.
Yeah. I'm gonna play you guys a video of one of these things and show you what it's like. This is from here we go.
These entrepreneurs are racking up thousands of followers online for their unusual proposals.
Here in my company, we pretend to work. There is no activity. You're unemployed, so come to me and do what you want.
In the heart of the business district in the Chinese city Chongqing lies a fake company.
This is the reception area, but there's nobody there. This is our workspace. There are computers and printers, but they don't work.
Here, about 15 people pretend they're working.
This is fake shit.
This is an office with a nice view, but we only use it to play video games and take naps.
In actual fact, these fake employees are jobless, choosing instead to pay €6 daily to spend up to 8 hours a day here. The office used to be a travel agency, and they like to pretend it is still one for some work-like activity.
It's a fake trip to Macau. It costs €170.
For 21-year-old Danny Hu, it's the extra touch that makes the concept enticing and believable.
I take photos of my work environment. My family always asks me what I do. I can give them proof.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a bogus business registration certificate she will later show her parents.
Oh, my God.
A growing number of young people in China say they are seeking these companies in order to avoid judgment
Just play
from
Magic
others.
the Gathering?
Where they play cards and enjoy each other's company. But some admit they're not even looking for a job.
The job market
Definitely
is not
not.
good, and when you have a real job, you often have to work overtime.
China's youth
fake jobs are
unemployment
much
jumped to
easier.
17% last year, but experts say that figure could be much higher.
What did
How
she
did
say?
they stay in
What was the last?
The unemployment rate is insane over there. So
17%.
But
right now.
it might be much higher because people have fake jobs.
Well, and robots
right.
too. Like they have the most robots. So like China's gonna have the most robots doing shit.
I understand that those high rises have a ton of office space and might cost less to rent than in the US in certain major cities, but that was still in a major city in China.
Yeah.
And they're only getting €6 a day from people. How do they even keep the lights on in that place?
Well, I mean, you got to think exchange rate, like the yen, right?
I get it, but I mean, like that seems like it's a very affordable office space to keep running.
Yeah. Well, when the printers aren't actually working, they probably keep like the lowest amount of light on in the spot.
Also, with that high of unemployment, man, there's probably a lot of open offices where people are just like begging them to pay whatever to keep keep it occupied.
Exactly. It's the unemployment rate overall is 5.3. Currently in the US, it's 4.2, but in 16 to 24-year-olds, it's 16.5%, which is, huge.
Here?
No, in China. And it's 7, that doesn't include students. So these are people that are looking for work, 16 to 24, 16.5% of them are unemployed.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. 1 out of 5, basically, or 1 out of 6.
Yeah. So, like that one girl, she's just like, they just go take pictures of the fake workspace, take pictures of their colleagues, like hard at work, put a little dab of water on their head, like they're hard at work, and then
I like that she keeps sending the fake business certificate again and again. See, still certified.
I would love to see if someone's family showed up unannounced and everyone had to scramble to get their
scatter from the Magic the Gathering.
They'll have their snacks and the Magic cards out.
Well, they have to be on the same page about what they're going to say,
Or they have a story. They have a story. That was what the girl was like. I love it because we have this fake story.
Right.
And like, yes, I mean,
it's a fake travel agency.
Yeah.
But they didn't have anyone at reception, so someone's got to scramble up to reception.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they probably have like a dinger on the door, like a card badge system. Like you can't get it. You know what I mean? Like
my dad is here.
By the way, I told you I was the CEO.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I told him. Yeah, exactly. You tell everyone that you're the manager, and then these.
Well, no, you all take turns. Everybody says they're the manager, and you just take one for the team, and everybody just takes turns.
Whenever someone's family comes, they're the CEO.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
look how high I've climbed. Yeah, so fast. It's incredible.
Yeah, so
they all work for me.
Just complete delusional stuff going on over there in China.
Well, I mean, they're really just chilling. They're just doing what I mean. Honestly, like this is the same shit that American people do out of work. It's just you just fucking do it like at home or with your buddies at the bar, or like if you're homeless, like out on the street. So it's like, would you rather them doing this?
$6 a day is not bad. They get to like have some camaraderie instead of their own thoughts at home. It's probably worse.
It's probably it does fuel their delusions, like Wes was saying, because they're hiding it.
Maybe as a group apply for jobs an hour or two a day.
Yeah,
try to like help each other network.
One job a day.
In between like Magic the Gathering sessions, like then it would be really probably beneficial for these people.
Well, if they put their heads together, they could probably think of a business to start.
Exactly.
The problem though, the computers don't work. You gotta remember that.
Yeah,
so
computers don't work.
They do have a video game system somehow, but the computers don't work. They have one real monitor and nothing else.
There's got to be some of those offices that are have gone absolutely insane. Like there's a masturbation room. There's just
there's got like real grungy ones.
Grungy ones. Yeah.
Someone's suggesting they drink the Kool-Aid together style.
Yeah. It gets dark in some of those places for sure.
If you get asked to leave one of those places, you were down on your luck.
Yeah.
Man.
You're a little too depressing for the fake job site, bud.
You got fired from a fake job that
you had to pay for.
You're going right to the forest. Yeah. Yeah. One ticket to Japan, please.
Yeah, that's in Japan.
We've all decided you're not allowed to come back.
Yeah, that's tough. So pretty hilarious though. What the lengths you'll go to over there to save some honor and face.
Yeah. Well, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's a crazy unemployment rate. I mean, like what the fuck are they going to do? Because robots is going to make it so much worse. Like, wild.
It sounded, the one girl sounded like she's like it sounds like there's a lot of laziness involved too for some of them. Like she's like, jobs are hard over here. They overwork you and
but they clearly get these people clearly have like an allowance of some sort from their family, like
exactly
to afford it, right? So like,
Yeah.
Crazy.
They could just launch like what they're kind of doing, like a viral video system with like their fake jobs. People would watch it, Here's what I did at my fake job today. They can make a little bit of TikTok money,
Yeah. How many times did Chong masturbate today?
Yeah.
The people actually making money off of them.
There he goes again.
The viral series.
The
people making money off that place were certainly making TikToks to advertise it. So
it's big on
they have to. Will think about there's 3 or 4 guys running the place, and they're bringing in. It looked like maybe 10 people, $60 a day. They have to pay for the office space. They have to pay for lights. So I mean,
they're probably blackmailing them too.
Yeah,
know?
I mean the guys who run the place.
They can always expose their identity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They could easily blackmail everyone in the office. Like, I'll just make a call to your dad and tell him you've been at a fake job for the past 3 months. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, you're basically paying to be blackmailed. Yeah,
I got you by the balls.
Yeah, it's an insane business model.
Yeah.
But
hey, look, starting a business can be tough. It can be intimidating.
It can.
Ask those guys, yeah.
And lonely. You got to wear a lot of hats. Suddenly you have to know how to do a lot of things, especially if you're trying to sell things online. But luckily, if you are trying to do that, there's a platform that is a game changer for you and for millions of business trying to do that. And that's Shopify, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, from household names like Hard Factor to Gymshark to brands just getting started. We use Shopify here at Hard Factor for our store, and it was super easy to set up. Set it up in I think less than a day. Very, very what's the word I'm looking for?
Efficient.
Intuitive to set up.
Oh wow, that is the one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a way better
More
word.
intuitive than the word. You could have lied to us like these people are lying to their families too in China and told us it took 3 weeks.
I mean,
because it looks so good. It looks so damn good that you could have just lied to us.
Yeah, I know. I could
have took 80 hours.
I should have. You're right. Would have gotten a little more credit. But whatever. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates like I did. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style and get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, so you can start selling that stuff. If you're ready to sell, you are ready for Shopify. So turn your big business idea into, where's the fucking thing? There you go.
Yeah.
With Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/hardfactor. Go to shopify.com/hardfactor, shopify.com/hardfactor. And boom. I feel like I missed one in there.
Oh,
yeah.
you
For
just
millions of
had to
business.
say it, baby.
Hit it again.
Hit
it again.
Hit it again.
There we go. There's the
hit,
3.
Hit it again.
One more.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Shopify. It is awesome. It's great. If you want to sell something online, it's the only way to go.
Cash money.
I agree.
Yeah. It is the best. No, for real. It's the only one.
It is.
Shopify. You got to use it. Number one. All right. Real quick before we move on, Uncle Colin 69 points out a fake job wouldn't be a bad idea for a dude with a trust fund. It would be a win-win to keep getting access to your trust. Yeah, I think that is probably the case of what happened there with like maybe the chick who was sending the verified photographs to her family, because she looked pretty affluent.
Yeah.
And it was something like that.
You got to keep that under wraps for the sad sacks that don't have the trust funds that are in the office space, because then they're going to want to murder you.
Yeah, then they'll blackmail you.
Yeah, so you gotta pretend like you don't have a trust fund.
You gotta dress down. Yeah.
To the people with the fake job, you gotta pretend like you don't have a trust fund. To the people in charge of the trust, you gotta pretend like you have a fake job. It's a web of lies.
You gotta park the Lexus far away from the fake
blackmailer's dream, that place.
Yeah. Oh, if the blackmailer finds out, you're toast.
Yeah.
Because then
use a fake name. Don't tell them your real name in those places.
Oh, I bet you there's sharks circling it now that they know, because of these news stories. There's probably blackmailers just smoking cigs right outside the building.
Yeah, taking pictures.
At this point, at this point, it's orcas circling the sharks. Probably, it's like there's so many layers at this point. Yeah,
travel agency, huh?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of being under fire, like those folks are all the time, trying to guard their honor, things are getting spicy over in Europe. You've got the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It's on day 1195 now. Is what it is.
Guys.
And then you've got, like we talked about yesterday, the German military beefing up. They want to be the best. They want to be the top military in Europe again, the Germans. And now, related, an ominous threat rises in the West as a sitting American senator has officially delivered a Zig Hail to the world from the California Democratic Convention on Sunday.
Whoa.
Take a look. I gotta play it again because you didn't see it.
Yeah, play it again.
Oh no!
You gotta pause it, then run it back. Yeah.
There it is.
Whoa.
Hooker.
There it is.
What are they gonna say about that one? Is that one from the heart?
Yes, Wes. In fact, that is the response.
I'm so mad at that idiot, that bald idiot too. The baldness doesn't look good either with that.
He just
that.
relinquished
he just let Musk right off the
slip. Yeah.
Shockingly, as you pointed out, fellas, this is marks the second Zig Hail from an American, a top-ranking American this year. The other, of course, being Elon's infamous Zig Hail from what he called a Roman salute, or many of his supporters called a Roman salute from the Trump victory event. Here it is, side by side. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you again, side by side. There it is.
One guy
pretty
snaps,
similar there.
One guy snaps a little bit more and smirks.
Pretty similar.
Elon's is definitely more ziggy.
It's more aggressive, but it is a good point. Okay, so here's the deal. I hate Elon so much. I'm just going to call Booker a Nazi. There it is.
You have to look. You have to recognize that there's some Asperger's at play there. Okay, the side by side, and when you look at the stills, it's even more chilling, guys. You can see the fire in their eyes. Look at Booker.
Yeah, that's
intensity.
That's chilling.
That's a fire.
I'm telling you, the baldness doesn't.
You're right, Mark. The baldness ramps it up.
Not help with that still image.
But his skin color kind of cancels out the baldness.
It does take it down a notch, but look at those eyes, intensity. And then on the other side, you can see the Asperger's in the fingers there of that one. Just really excited.
Musk is coming out of his suit on that one.
Should Europe be concerned, guys? These are top-ranking Americans, Zig hailing willy-nilly left and right. Should Europe be concerned?
Well, yes. If Cory Booker pops up on the next German far-right meeting on video and says, "We must crush them," like Musk did. Yeah. Then he's on the team. He's on the team with Musk, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a Booker Musk Nazi alliance would not be good for Europe. So, I mean, I think they should keep their head on a swivel over this one, because that's crazy right there.
That was a win for Musk after a couple of L's he's taken in a row. The black eye and everything like that was. He needed one. He needed a win. Booker let him right off the hook.
It's always darkest before the dawn, as they say. Never truer for Elon Musk. And yeah, so that's what's the latest. If you think they zigged hailed or not, it doesn't really matter to me. I think it's just hilarious, and they definitely both did a motion that's like a zig hail, whether they meant to or not, whether it's a from the heart thing. I mean, up to your interpretation. It's just fucking hilarious.
I wasn't jerking off. I just had a really aggressive itch.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. You got it.
Hey, look, it's fair. Booker did it.
Yeah, is what it is. People are zig hailing left and right. You know what I'm saying?
A little too loose on the zig hails. Yeah.
Through the eyes of AP, says Senator looking like the Punisher from the Detroit. He does kind of have like that. He's into it. He doesn't extend as flat as Musk does, but he's feeling that hand out there. He's reaching out.
But he is doing the pursed lips, like thank you thing, like.
Well, they both are pursed. It's just look at how both pursed. Yeah, look at this guy. His arm's about to fly off his body. It's amazing. Yeah, it's just great. Hey, that's where we're at. You got to laugh at it. And if you thought that was bad for Europe, a Musk Booker Nazi alliance, how'd you like to get tossed in jail for buying a nudie pic? Okay, from a woman. Okay, let me continue. From a woman of legal consenting age. How would you like to get thrown in jail for that? Would you like that?
Wouldn't like that. I'd feel a little bit wronged if that happened to me.
Okay, well then don't move to Sweden. Don't move to Sweden then if you wouldn't like getting tossed in jail for buying a nudie pic from a woman of consenting age.
That's selling it.
Yep, that's prostitution now, Mark. In Sweden, that's the law. They have classified OnlyFans as prostitution. Okay, so
what are they, tired of being the happiest country in the world?
Yeah, what?
They're tired of having sex workers and Johns that support the sex workers in that online economy. And so Sweden says,
what's their unemployment rate?
OnlyFans is prostitution now. I don't know. Check that out. The law takes effect July 1st, and it's already in. I'm telling you, this thing is happening. And after that,
they're at 8.9%. There's a lot of women that can benefit from OnlyFans. What are they doing over
bump
there?
that up a couple percent, Mark, because those OnlyFans girls are probably going to be out of work. Now, while they won't be the ones getting the charges, all of the Johns will. And since like the cops have access to like, you know, who the fuck buys OnlyFans, like,
so there's
100%.
Like Swedish female cop honeypots.
No, I think that the cops are just going to get like access. Like they'll know like who the fuck buys OnlyFans in Sweden. They're just going to go to their house and bust them.
Swedish OnlyFans is top notch too. You got to think.
You better believe it, buddy.
You got to think.
I believe it's upper echelon.
Yeah,
you got to think. So yeah, it takes effect July 1st, and after that,
they're going to knock on doors and arrest people for being on OnlyFans.
Yes,
in front of their families.
Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do, Mark. They're going to take them out in cuffs in front
Watch
of their
me dildo on my pussy.
Yeah, and Wes, that's exactly what's illegal. That's exactly, Wes, what's illegal. And listen to this, because after July 1st, buying a personal nude of a sex act from a consenting adult woman will be considered prostitution, especially if it's live streamed. Okay, so that means that anything that's not like a pre-recorded porn, like a produced porn, is considered prostitution. If it's a sex act made and delivered, so it could be a nudie pic of somebody, doing themselves, like Wes was saying.
Yeah, what if you're sending to a partner, like
well, you're not paying. You're not paying. If you pay for it, it's prostitution, and now it's the same exact charge as a real prostitute. So you may as well just go all the way.
Everyone in Sweden needs to team up here and find a loophole and do
I was thinking like
donations or like
it's like a poker club over here.
Yeah. There's so many workarounds.
There's probably legal workaround.
Membership,
a subscription fee.
Yeah.
But definitely just gift them money,
Right.
Well, it's a great business idea. We maybe should go to Sweden and start this up. So because every guy that gets caught buying OnlyFans or whatever, it doesn't have to be OnlyFans, doing this, buying a customized porn for themselves, it's either a fine or up to 6 months in jail. So
talk about guys jerking off at work. I mean, can you imagine all the guys in the jail cells that are OnlyFans guys? It's gonna be disgusting.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah. Also, goodbye to Elsa Thora. There's one of the Swedish OnlyFans models that you were mentioning, Wes. That's
what are they thinking?
What are they?
Yeah. No, not only that, I saw a guy that was training for the Olympics.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
There was a dude that was training for the Olympics. He was relying on his OnlyFans money to do it.
Did they know she existed before they
he has to quit. Yeah, no, they know that Elsa Thora exists, and they know that this is going to hurt her, and they did it anyways. It's already done. Tough time for sex workers and digital Johns in Sweden. They're considering banning all OnlyFans and similar non-pre-recorded porn sites in the whole country.
All right, I'm ready for the German army. Those horny bastards will put OnlyFans back. Take over Sweden, Germany.
Yeah.
And I mean, things are getting tense over there. I'm saying.
That's what Booker was doing it for. First up, I have to update my
Sweden sent him over the edge.
Oh, he wants Thora, whatever her name, to be in existence. I get it.
Can you blame him?
No, I can't. Yeah. I have to update my steroids game story from yesterday. Okay. It appears I omitted a pretty crucial detail, 80% accuracy. I might have had a little sun exhaustion. I don't know. But it's really hard to find information on the steroids games. There's not a lot of publications out there talking about it. And I'm going to do my best to change that, because I think it's important that everyone gets the information they need about the steroids games. They're going to be incredible. Work. Yeah. I'm going to do better. I promise you that. So yes, the first official enhanced or steroids game is coming in 2026. These are the facts I got right. And yes, the guy I talked about yesterday, James Magnuson, is a former three-time Olympic medalist, like I said, from Australia, 2 bronzes and 1 silver.
James, the Ninja Turtle Magnus.
Here he is competing in the Olympics when he was normal sized. And his last Olympics was 2016. So he's been retired from professional swimming for 6 years. He also has the 5th fastest 50-meter freestyle time ever. Still, I guess sixth fastest, which you'll hear in a second. And the fastest time ever for an Australian. And yes, he has been, quote, juicing to the gills to break the 50-meter record, which would net him $1 million in a bounty.
Well, you can tell from those pictures.
The investors of the steroid games.
Whoa.
But there was a steroids game event that took place recently in this year. I guess it was a one-off event, not the official full games that will be in Vegas. And Greek swimmer and former Olympian and training partner of Magnussen, Christian Goklakhlamiv, broke the 50-meter world record in a time of 20. The time was 20.91 seconds. He did 20.89, as you can see there. He was also admittedly on steroids, as everyone was in this one-off enhanced games in North Carolina, and wearing an illegal swimsuit. And he set the world record and got the $1 million prize, breaking Magnussen's heart, who came in second.
But Magnussen also broke the world record, right?
No, he got a
very
fast time. I think he broke his previous best, but as you can see, this guy got 20.89.
This dude broke it. His training partner broke it from roids, and then he almost broke it.
He had like a personal best, but he didn't quite break it.
Well, he was 6th best, so he was somewhere between 6th and 1st, right?
Well, no, that was his Olympic time. He used to be, so that's how good he was. He had like a 21.17 or 227 back in like 2014. And after 6 years of not swimming professionally but juicing for the past year, he got definitely like a top 10 time. There he is, just flexed to the max.
Wow, it's a huge swimmer.
Look, I made a mistake not mentioning that. I didn't know. I had to dig deep to get this information, but I'm gonna do better with the steroids.
So the steroids, even though they made Magnus huge, they actually worked better for this other Greek guy.
They did. He stayed a little more slim, but he wore an illegal poly something suit. Like this suit's banned from all swimming because it makes you like.
Well, yeah, but you're doing roids, so I mean, come on.
Oh, everything's allowed, which is great, and all it does is still prove how great the steroid games are going to be, because these guys haven't been competing professionally for years, and they come in their mid to late 30s and they're setting world records. So we got to watch the events. We got to pay attention.
I'm watching the enhanced.
Bring on the freaks.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be fantastic. Another update. This one is from the Colorado guy. There wasn't a lot of information out when we were doing the show yesterday, so I didn't get anything wrong there, but I didn't have any details really. So the man who attacked and injured at least 8 people outside the Palm something Colorado Mall in Boulder during the 5K walk for the Israeli hostage race that's been going on like every week apparently, is this guy. Here he is. There.
Oh, there he is, burned up. Okay.
He got he had to go to the hospital too, as 8 other people did. There was 4 women and 4 men between the age of 52 and 88. So he only attacked old people because younger people were in the walk too.
The initial one was children were injured.
No, I don't think so. 52 and 88 were the range to people that were hospitalized. They might have been treated, but the people that went to the hospital between the age of 52 and 88, one's in critical condition and might die. Here he is in all of his glory, shirtless with 2 makeshift Molotov cocktails, also being described as makeshift flamethrowers, also being described as fire bombs.
His hair is incredible.
Yeah.
He is a weird looking guy, but he looks, you've seen this guy at every time you've been drunk, you've seen this guy like at like a park or something, or like a sporting event. He's the guy who just eventually takes his shirt off and is just like, he's talking loudly at everybody.
Yeah.
But like nobody's really paying attention to him, but he's talking loudly at everybody, you know. And that's
that's
this guy's holding
Will back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I could get to that point.
Pop the top.
I've never Molotov cocktailed anybody, but I could definitely get there.
The talking loudly. Here he is. Here's Mohammed Salman in all of his glory.
We're here. We can't do nothing about that. We can't do nothing. We can. Not here. You have to end Zionists. Not here, bro. You're not.
To end the Zionists. A few seconds after that, he was. Meanwhile, there's like women laying on the ground that are being like they're pouring like saline water on them because they're like
because they're
putting
burned.
them out of fire. Yeah. So that was like post attacks, because right after that, cops roll up on him with tasers and they're like, "Get on the fucking ground, you fucking piece of shit!" And they took him to the ground, and at some point he got injured, probably because they roughed him up, rightfully so, or maybe one of his.
Oh, the tasing probably caught him on fire because he was covered in Molotov cocktail stuff.
Yep.
Cocktail sauce. Molotov cocktail sauce. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's like the guy who got lit up at the gas station.
Yeah.
He was covered in cocktail juice.
Yeah, this guy's hilarious. He's like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, except for Hamas. Hamas saw Jim Duggan.
yeah, pretty much. Apparently, he was here legally and on an expired because his visa expired recently.
Okay, so this is Exit in a Blaze of Glory.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. That guy sucks. Guy sucks. Also, what sucks is this doesn't suck. I wasn't a huge fan of it. My wife wasn't. She's like, you're crazy for not. I think Will was a fan of it. King of the Hill coming back. You guys?
I mean, it's just classic. Yeah, I like King of the Hill.
Yeah, I never really watched it either.
It's Mike Judge. I mean, so you can't.
I love everything Mike Judge does. Never really gave King of the Hill too much of a shot, but I'll watch the new one. It's coming back. New season's coming out actually very soon. Yeah, damn it, Bobby. Propane and propane accessories. However, if they keep it going, they will have to do so. He will be in this new season, but if they do a second new season, do so without John Redcorn.
Sad. R.I.P. Yeah,
wokeness killed Redcorn.
Yeah, the actor who voiced him, Jonathan Joss, was murdered by his neighbor in dispute this Sunday. Apparently, they've been disputing for a long time because, according to Joss's husband, they're gay. According to his husband, in the San Antonio town,
that would make sense. According to his husband,
does not like it. Yeah, according to his husband. Yeah, exactly. So apparently the San Antonio neighborhood he's in is not real into that. They probably like King of the Hill, but they probably are pissed that Redcorn was a gay, and they apparently don't like them making out in public and stuff, and they vandalized every time they go to the mailbox. According to the husband, they get verbally assaulted, and then it all came to a head this Sunday night at 7 p.m. when they went to the mailbox, and the husband said that they found the skull of their dog at their mailbox. And
damn.
And then a guy rolled up on him and was like, "Hey, you like that? We killed your dog, you gays." And then they were crying and screaming, and Jonathan Joss, was screaming at the guy, and then the guy pulled out a gun and just shot him to death.
They got the guy?
I don't know.
Damn.
Well, that's fucking
I think the neighbor probably, because the husband can identify him he can, but he said that they've been telling the cops that they've been being harassed for months and the cops have done nothing.
Holy fuck, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's as bad as it gets.
Yeah, so that's how we'll end the show. Let's do something else. Hang on, I got something better than that.
Suspect in custody. Okay.
Yeah, I got something better than that. Let me see if I can.
Mark, they're saying that there's no. This article is saying that there's the hate. It's not the rumors of a hate crime are unfounded.
Well, this is directly from the husband on Facebook posts.
Okay.
This is direct quotes from the husband. I can read you the entire quote.
No, said, I didn't want you to have to do another fact.
My husband, Jonathan Joss, and I were involved in a shooting while checking the mail at the site of our former home. That home was burned down after over 2 years of threats from people in the area who repeatedly told us they would set it on fire. We reported those threats to law enforcement multiple times and nothing was done. Throughout that time, we were harassed regularly by individuals who made it clear they did not accept our relationship. Much of the harassment was openly homophobic. When we returned to the site to check our mail, we discovered the skull of one of our dogs and its harness placed in clear view. This caused both of us severe emotional distress. We began yelling and crying in response to the pain of what we saw. While we were doing so, a man approached us. He started yelling violent homophobic slurs at us. He then raised a gun from his lap and fired. We had no weapons. We were not threatening anyone. We were grieving. We were standing side by side when the man fired. Jonathan pushed me out of the way and saved my life. So that's from the husband, Wes. I don't know.
That makes that. I believe it.
Yeah, but let's not end on that. Let's end on Livy Dunn doing the splits. Sports Illustrated swimsuit walk. Sports Illustrated swimsuit back, baby.
It's great.
Let's end on that.
Good Lord.
Listen to Let's Go podcast this week.
Is she
on,
Swedish?
Patreon. Maybe partially. Who knows? You know.
Yeah. She looks Swedish.
She does.
She does have the look, the blonde. You know, the blonde.
She does. Go pick up a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. They're back, baby. And that's going to do it. It's going to do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. Check it out. Patreon.com/hardfactor. Like Will said, if you want to get much more on Livy Dunn, and you do. And get out there, most importantly, and have a great fucking day.